All right, guys, Jared Lintner here with my buddy Cody Meyer. You know, this year was the first time ever. I've known this guy for years and years and years.
Yeah.
Fishing Major League Fishing. It sucks competing against this guy. This guy catches them.
So do you, man. So do you.
I get lucky every now and then. But we're here at Clearlake. First time ever in the boat with you.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited to learn all of his secret tricks, and I don't know if he'll share them with you guys, but I'm going to learn something. What do you think?
You know, I'm excited too. I mean, honestly, I can remember the first time ever seeing you. It was here at Clearlake, Lakeport. I see this tall guy rolling down the bank, throwing a big old buzz bait, catching big fish. It was actually a Bassmaster Open a long time ago. You won. So you are the GOAT here on Clearlake.
No.
I'm excited about today. I'm excited to kind of just go through the whole day and fish and just have some fun, and let's do it, man.
It's getting cold.
Yeah.
I mean, they should be biting. We're going to talk about the new Garmin stuff.
Yeah.
You know, we got the Force trolling motor, we got the Ultras, so we'll share with you guys about that. And I recently made a partnership with Daiwa. So I just got these reels. You're going to teach me about them.
Awesome.
We're going to go catch a fish.
Do it.
There's a bird there. Oh, smoked it right on the wall, dude. Right on the wall.
You a good one?
Oh, they're blowing up in there.
Yeah. Get in there.
Just a little guy. Dude, he ate it so hard.
That sucker's mean, man.
Oh, we're gonna get a 2-minute penalty.
2-minute penalty.
I'm out, 2 minutes.
Scoreable bass.
Yeah. It's typical, man. This time of year, water temp's dropping. It's a nice fish, but they get bigger in Clearlake, I promise you. Look at how weird that fish is shaped. But Aurora Black, love that color this time of year. But we gotta get them. As soon as we started seeing the bait, you can see the bait flickering right there. And that was just on a straight retrieve. Let him go.
There he is.
Cody, score tracker update. Oh my gosh, dude. Same cast, huh?
Dude, same cast. Old Red Eye Shad, man. Dude, these things are so thick. Clearlake. Hey, this is a good start, huh?
Oh, good one. Dude. Oh no. Oh.
All right, so here's the plan here. We're both Major League Fishing pros, and we fished all year with these this new adjustment. If a fish hits the carpet, you get a 2-minute penalty. So hey, why not? Why not?
Well, here's the deal, because you know that I was leading the penalty thing actually. So you're like, oh yeah, this guy's a penalty.
Hey, you know what?
Okay. So 2 minutes for hitting the carpet? What about release violation? We're doing that too? Yeah.
I guess
release violation.
You know what? I think too.
Maybe we should do some ultimate match fishing. If you throw over my line, you're out.
No. I think too, if you get extra grumpy to a TW member here, it's a 5-minute penalty here, man. No, but this is fun.
Well, who's the judge of that?
Me.
Wait a minute, you're the boat official and a fisherman.
Yeah, you just call me Gary Klein. Big one? Dude, I think it's a big one, huh?
I think it's a big, oh, dude. Dude, that was a big one.
Dude, it didn't even move your rod. Oh my gosh.
You see the screen on the live scope? Look at him right here. Little.
Little?
Little. He ate it though. He ate it. No 2-minute penalty.
Dude, nice one.
A chunker, man.
I think you just lost Moby Dick, bro.
Dude, I did. I don't want to talk about it. Chunker. Chunker.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. Big one?
Nice one for sure.
Here, let me get out of here.
Yeah.
Fun, man.
This is so fun.
Dude, that's a nice one.
Yeah, it is.
Dude, he choked it.
And this is why you come to Clearlake with the Clearlake goat.
No.
Right on. Dude, these things are so healthy here.
That's what a lot of people don't understand about this north end, dude. Well, you understand it, but they're like, it's all flat, dude, and there's nothing to fish. Dude, they get on 4 and 6 inch contours.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they live on. And then obviously the grass, but it doesn't. You don't have to have a 5-foot drop up here. On. Anchor down.
Dude, that thing barely bit it.
Big one?
No, it hit a nice one.
Oh, dude,
yeah,
yeah,
nice one. Yeah, man, we're back and spent our whole time fishing back there. Come out. It's funny they're out here, huh? Not back in the dock.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I think at different times of the day though, dude, they move in and out.
Got him. Dude, look how healthy this one is.
Football.
Football season. Yeah, the bait's definitely seems like it's out right now. And there it is. We're seeing all these fish on the Garmin LiveScope. There is a wad of them out here. So I don't know, man. Let's keep catching them like that. Beautiful Clearlake fish.
There's one.
What do you got there, man?
Dude. Not the biggest one, but it's still cool.
And you switched up baits?
Dude, yeah, switch up the bait. It's on that little Jackall Blade Bait, dude. Oh.
Penalty!
Penalty. Dude, so check this thing out. Just tied it up because like Cody and I were like, why aren't they biting? We could see them on the Panoptics. Obviously that's just a blade bait. I just got them. I think Tackle Warehouse just started carrying them the other day. I don't even know the name of it. You can see it right there. Keeburn? Keeburn. 1/2 ounce. So it's a silent bait. So we'll see if that was a fluke or if that's the deal. Might have a new Clearlake secret. Maybe. Oh, big one. Giant.
Not a giant. It's a good one, though. I think.
Big one.
Nope.
Nice one.
Nice one. Oh, save the penalty. Why is Lintner fishing right now and a penalty?
5 minutes.
Keep adding them up, boys. Keep adding them. Those penalties. You know what this is? Clearlake football. Hey, it's football season. Last night, I just happened to beat fellow Tackle Warehouse pro staffer Justin Lucas. He went down in flames. You know what? We're friends, but all is fair in love and war. Oh, Lucas.
Dude, he's gonna hate that.
I want to see if Lintner actually takes a penalty. Nah, it's gonna happen.
Oh, dude, I just got freaking. Boom.
You did?
Yeah. Oh. my rod.
Oh!
Broke the rod.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
Dude, that was awesome.
I broke a rod.
You did all kinds of stuff. That was one of the better fish catches I've seen in a while.
So there's a swim bait that I got that I'm not allowed to show. But obviously that was the first cast I ever made with a Clearlake. You can barely see the nose of it sticking out right there. Maybe. It's a nice one, huh, Cody?
Dude, that's a beauty.
Nice fish. Oh, what's that on? The underspin?
Yeah.
Dude, isn't that weird? So we've been sitting here for a while, and we just made the comment, every time we change a bait, you get bit right away.
Yeah. Like 1 or 2 casts into a new bait, little Strike King Rage swimmer on an underspin, we catch one. And then they get used to it. We got to switch it up again.
All right, man, this was a fun little spot. But you know how it is this time of year, dude. You got to find fresh groups. This is a well-known kind of community spot, so I'm sure they got pounded this past weekend.
Yeah, man, for sure.
So it's not the only spot we've got, though. But we're gonna anchor lock down, get our stuff together, head over to another spot. But real quick, you know, before we get too many things going on here, we've already caught them on a variety of baits. So this morning, started off across the lake, and I was throwing a TN70 in the Aurora black color, 7'7" ritual angling, medium heavy rod. It's a reaction bait rod, so you know you got the parabolic bend, and I'm still learning about these reels. So that's the Tatula Elite, correct?
Yes, this is the brand new Tatula Elite reel, you know, from Daiwa. It just came out recently. You know, this reel right now, I mean, you can see it. For one, it's very, very smooth. Aluminum frame, aluminum side plate, very strong reel. This reel was meant for distance casting, you know, so when you're throwing that TN70, you know, Strike King Red Eye Shad, whatever you're throwing, you're gonna get a lot of distance out of there. You have a lot of power behind there. Also, there's an A7075 aircraft grade aluminum spool, which is gonna be a lot lighter. So again, you're gonna get that extra distance. Has a T-wing system in there, which we'll talk about as well, but also the MagForce Z. So really, like for me, you could pick up any bait, light bait, a heavier bait, you know, vibrating jig, whatever, and you can adjust on the fly. And, you know, when you were throwing that, I was throwing that Strike King Red Eye Shad on that first spot. And the reason why, those fish are really shallow. They're really, you know, in 2 feet of water or less. Yeah. That kind of seemed like it was the deal for me. As far as the rod and reel goes, I was throwing one of my favorite rods for throwing that. This is a Daiwa Tatula Elite. This is a 7'4" rod Brent Ayler designed. You know, it's for cranking and a bladed jig, but it's a really parabolic rod, really good for, you know, lipless crankbait, stuff like that. As far as the reel, is throwing a Daiwa Steez with the T-wing in there. This is a Steez A. The line was a Daiwa J-Fluoro. This is a 16-pound test. Really, really good line. But, you know, this whole setup for me is crucial when you're fishing some of these treble hook baits. You know, this is owner STX 38 treble hooks, and just because you don't lose a lot of fish.
Right.
You know, so
well,
then
why don't I have a Steez?
You don't have a Steez?
Are you gonna give me a Steez?
Because you just signed on. You know what? When we moved to this spot, here's the deal. You lost Moby Dick.
Yeah,
you lost a big one. If you wouldn't have lost
well,
that one, I would
change
have
my
given you
hooks.
that.
Normally I change my hooks out, the stock hooks that come on the Jackalls, to my Trocar EWG style trebles, and I got a little lazy. I was cooking dinner for you last night. I didn't have time to do this.
You know, so we made that move over here. Yeah, I mean, this is a spot you really love to fish. And right when we got here,
it was game on.
It was game on.
I bombed my trap out there. Actually, I was throwing the Ghost Minnow there. Bomb it out there, and I think it hit the bottom, and I lifted up, and it was a big one. Like, you were like, are you snagged? And then the rod just pulled off. Again, I didn't change my hooks. My fault, my bad. But, you know, both the traps I was throwing 16-pound Crank FC, which I really like. It's got a little bit of stretch, it's real abrasive resistant, and then you picked up something. I don't even know what you had going on.
You know, I made the move, you know, of course not a sponsor bait, but it's a Lucky Craft LV500. And you know, I threw the red eye in the real shallow water. I picked this bait up. This is a bait, you know, that a lot of people throw up at Clearlake, but the same setup. You know, you got the 16-pound Daiwa J-Fluoro, you got the Daiwa Tatula Elite, same setup. Pick this up, and the reason why we're fishing a little bit deeper, you know, this is out in that 10-foot range. This is a little bit heavier of a bait than the Red Eye Shad, which is only a ½ ounce, and we slowed down our retrieve. You know, we were kind of steady retrieving the bait over on the other spot. We slowed it down, and we really started catching some fish. And it's Clearlake, they're biting like, you know, like crazy right when you pull up. Definitely slow down.
Yeah, well, we could see him on the panoptic. It was driving us crazy. So when we were on the inside, kind of out of the wind, protected, we changed around some baits, and it was weird. As soon as I tied on this new bait, I just got it the other day. Jackall sent it to me. I don't actually even know how to pronounce the name of it, but it's a little blade jig, or whatever you want to call it. Keeburn, I think is what it's called, little ½ ounce. First cast. There he is. I'm like, what the heck? And I was just throwing on a 7'5" medium heavy ritual angling casting rod. And what reel? That's another
Tatula
Elite.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. I had 14-pound Sunline shooter on there. And again, I need to, you're going to cook tonight. I'm going to change all my hooks.
All right.
But
I'll put some owner hooks on there.
No, he's going to put Trocar on there.
Trocar?
Trocar. Trebles.
Huh?
Yeah.
No, okay. You know, then, you know, really, I made the move. We saw a lot of fish down here. They were kind of scattering, though, as we were catching some of these fish. You know, I ended up picking up a little Strike King Rage swimmer on this little underspin head and caught a fish. That was a huge fish for me at the time because it tied up Lintner. You know, he was starting to run away with this thing. You know, that was on Daiwa Tatula Elite reel, 6'3" gear ratio. But the rod, this is a rod I love. It's again a Daiwa Tatula Elite, 7'3", brand new the rod, multi-purpose rod. You know, perfect for this. This is again a 16-pound Daiwa J-Fluoro line. This is a phenomenal line. A lot of power sensitivity behind this line. A lot of confidence in it. Caught that fish there,
and then nothing.
Nothing. They're not really biting.
Yeah, so and we kept rotating back. You know, the traps, and you know, you're throwing your jig a few times, a Cinco. I'm trying different things. I pick up this prototype Swimbait, right? And I'm not allowed to say anything about it, but I'm like, man, let's just see.
Yeah.
I bomb it out there, and like, I don't know, 10 cranks in, and I swung, and I think I damaged the rod actually last night when I was putting the rods in my boat. And I think I closed it on half of my rod, so that might happen again. But yeah, break the rod in half, and yeah, landed the fish though. It was a nice one. Choked it. This is a 7'11" ritual angling swim bait rod, and actually on that setup, I have just a regular Tatula 200.
Okay.
And when I got it in the mail the other day, I was like, man, it feels, you know, it's bigger. It has bigger paddles, bigger handle.
Yep.
So what's the difference between the Tatula and the Tatula Elite? Because I'm just learning.
Okay, so the Tatula Elite is a more lower profile aluminum frame. The Tatula Elite also has the zero adjust. So when you pick this reel up out of the package, there's no adjusting. The tension spool, it's a zero adjust. You're only gonna use the Mag 4C on the side to adjust for bait. So the Tatula that you were throwing there, it's got a deeper spool. You know, it's gonna be meant for more, you know, heavy cover combat fishing, punching, big swim baits. You can put more line on that spool, bigger handle. You know, it's made for what you were throwing right there. Big crankbaits, swim baits, again, flipping. That's the main difference.
And they make that Tatula in what, a 200 or 150 and a 100?
Yeah, 100, 150, 200. The 100 is a low profile. 150 is gonna be bigger, 200 is gonna be even bigger. Same size reel on the 150 and 200, but just a bigger spool, but you're gonna have that bigger handle, a little bit more power behind that. And I'll tell you what, for me to watch it, that was awesome. That was the biggest fish of the day so far, and the fish catch.
I'm not sure you didn't sabotage me though.
Dude, I might have
breaking my stuff.
I wouldn't do that to you, I promise.
Hey, make sure and check out this vlog's gear giveaway, and like, share, and tag a friend.
Let's go.
Let's get out of here.
I want to go catch some more.
Dude, we're gonna find some fresh groups.
Let's
and we're
do
gonna
it.
smash them.
Stay tuned, guys.